Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Pokemon Platinum PokéRadar FateLocke. In the last episode, I don't remember what we did, to be quite honest. Right, we went down Cycling Road and explored the surrounding areas and then looped our way back here to Hearthome City. And the reason I don't remember what I did is because it's been about a week and a half since I recorded. Honestly, I don't really know what to tell you. My sleep schedule got really messed up, and it's really hard to find time to record when I'm on a really weird schedule. And I've also been kind of working on this little secret project I'm still not ready to announce, but I really wasn't doing much of that either. Derek, my rival Derek, got me into this game called Dragon Quest 9 to be specific. And I've been playing that for the past few days, and I also started watching a TV show on Hulu, but yeah, not too much been going on. I haven't really had the headspace to jump back into it, but hopefully I'll be able to do that here now. And with that being said, I did actually do something I said I was going to off screen, at least while I was gone. So here's that. We can go down into the underground and show you guys what I got. So I didn't send it up to the bag, just because, you know, there's people out there that might be like, oh, you're not showing this one part of your adventure. That means you're just cheating it in and you're not actually mining. Well, you must be new to the channel, friend, because I don't do that. I just mined it up and I didn't send it up so I can show you, because you can't hack it into the bag down here. So one thing really cool I discovered is I thought the ID we had gave us Cranidos, which I didn't want. But no, it's the armor fossil, which is really cool. That means we get Shieldon, which I did not know. And we also found a couple other good stuff, you know, some shards. A rare bone, which we can sell for some money, which we've kind of been struggling with, I believe. The red shards will be really helpful later down the line when we need to use move tutor moves. And we also got a heat rock, which I don't have a use for this right now, obviously, but if there's a Pokemon down the line where I'm using Sunny Day, that's huge. Being able to have a rock like that on a Pokemon that uses Sunny Day will make it last for 8 turns instead of 5, which can be the difference in a really big fight. I know in my original Platinum playthrough, one of my integral strategies for a big fight involved a Damp Rock, which is the same thing, but for Rain Dance. And I spent like 4 or 5 hours looking for one. I was unable to find one, and I had to record the episode. So unfortunately, I didn't actually get to use that strategy, but who knows, maybe we'll use this Heat Rock, or maybe another rock I find later on, in a strategy similar to the one I was planning back then, on this playthrough, later down the line. So anyways, let's go into the Fossil Restoration Lab, you know, the museum, you know, for short. So, like, say we're in public, I'm gonna go visit the Fossil Restoration Lab. Honey, I'll be back in a little bit. And you walk out and she's like, excuse me, where are you going? And she's like, you're cheating on me. No, I just was going to the museum because that's something, guys. If you, let's be honest now, your husband tells you he's going to visit the museum. He probably is cheating on you, because who goes to the museum? Now, I know that's not very nice because, like, I'm sure there's people interested in history. You know, I was not one of them, personally. Never was a fan of social studies, as they called it. Or, like, social hellimoth. Alright, let's go. We got a Shieldon here. Oh, I need to make room for it. What a joke. Now, if you guys are new to Pokemon and you haven't actually played Generation 4, you might be like, you gotta put a Pokemon in the PC, that's stupid. Sun and Moon, they send it straight to your PC. Yeah, back in my day, it wasn't as easy as it is now, kids. Anyways, we get a Shieldon. So, I was just thinking, oh, what would be a good name for this? A Cranidos, but it's not a Cranidos, it's a Shieldon, right? This is actually interesting. So, I was gonna say, hopefully this thing gives me wings, because I had an interesting story about a shiny Rampardos that I had back in the day called Red Bull. You know, get it? Because it's a Red Bull. It's good. It's, even though Cranidos isn't a bowl, it's the same concept. It charges. I mean, Shieldon charges too. You know, something from Dragon Quest. There's got to be something from Dragon Quest, because that game I've been playing. I talked about it. And there's these things with these shields, but they don't have a really cool name, so I don't know what we name this guy, personally. Give me a second. I'll think of something for the Shieldon. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, guys, I've got a name for this thing. So I actually opened up Dragon Quest. It's on right now. I gotta shut it, you know, on my other DS, just so I could see what that enemy's name was. They're like these little guys that hide behind a big shield, and I mean, Bastiodon kind of is like that, but its face is the big shield, and they're called Leery Louts. So I'm gonna go ahead and name this Shieldon Lout. Why not? I like, you know, the Leery Lout. They got the big face shield things. So let's go ahead and take Lout to the PC, get Trap God back out, and check him out. Oh, magically I already swapped him somehow. He's already in the PC. All right, let's go ahead and check out the male Lout. The Shieldon. Rock Steel type, of course. A sassy Lout that is proud of his power and sturdy. I don't know if it can have any other ability. It might be able to have Rock Head, and sturdy's useless in this generation. I mean, I could use it for that Roselia trainer. Not the Roselia trainer, the Goldeen trainer with Horn Drill. I mean, but it's a water type. Yeah, it's just not... Oh, that's a whole separate area, too. Mining Museum. So that counts as a gift Pokemon, by the way. I get a fossil. But apparently it's a completely separate area in the Mining Museum. I had no idea that it was separate. I thought it was Orberg City, but hey. That's interesting to know, I guess. If you're not playing with gift claws, you still get a fossil regardless, because it's a different area. Yeah. So let's go ahead and hop on our bike and continue. So I know in the past few episodes I've been talking about wanting to wait until nighttime to go ahead and catch a Rotom, and I still want to do that because we haven't checked out the old chateau yet. But the more I'm thinking about it, it's probably a better idea for me to wait until I get better Pokeballs, because my chance right now of failing Rotom is fairly high. Most of our team is weak to electric. I'd be alright with Dimmadome probably, but it just seems like a big risk. We've already failed a couple of encounters, and I don't want to fail another one. Rotom would be fun to use, so I'd like to go ahead and wait until we get a couple of good Pokeballs like Dust Balls and Quick Balls and stuff like that. So with that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and make our way to Hearthome City. There are a lot of trainers over here, and I guess we can leave Oswald up front. I don't really see a problem with that. Yeah, these trainers over here have like rock types and such. And there's also a really good hidden item over here too that I'm going to go ahead and grab really quick. I'm going to slide right by this hiker and you guys are going to be like, how did you do that? That was so cool. That was the most precise rare candy grab of your life. Of your life. Of your life. Of your life. There it is. It would have been so much cooler if I did it the first time. Yeah, I was hoping to slide right into it and be like, yeah, but it was up here instead of down here. Fight me, hiker George. I don't know why. I'm feeling a strong sense of George. Not today. It's Kevin. I mean, Kevin is like a name that I could have guessed. I'm disappointed about it now. I was trying to think of a good George Lopez reference, but I couldn't. Quick enough. Slow on the roll today, apparently. Not slow on rolling the dice, though. I got a 5. I don't know who's in slot 5. Goofy. That's actually perfect. All right, let's go ahead and fake it out. There's no reason not to. We've got some good trainers here. A lot of these guys are going to be good for Oswald, who happens to be, you know, our lowest level Pokemon on the team. So I'd like to get him up a little bit. And everybody else is 23, 24. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and crush this guy down with Oswald. I mean, Geodude, you know, they have a lot of defense, obviously. Rock Smash shouldn't do it. It still did. Awesome. So Oswald's strong enough to take these guys down anyways. I'll switch to Goofy if he has an Onix just to speed up a little bit of time. But I should be able to, with Technician, take these Geodude out pretty comfortably with Rock Smash here. Oh, this one's level 19, actually. So Kevin's packing lots of boulders. You know, Kevin's that kid on the schoolyard who brought his little backpack. Oh, Magnitude. Scammy. Yeah, that's something we need to be careful about. Was that a 6? It scares me what 10 would do. Kevin's that kid on the schoolyard who brings his little backpack to school, and, you know, brings it out to recess, and, you know, he's the kid that nobody really likes, so he hides in the corner and doesn't want to make eye contact with anybody. But in all reality, he's putting all the really big pebbles in his bag, and he's going to hit you in the head with them, you know, and then he's going to be expelled. Now, probably suspended, because I'm, you know, recess. I'm assuming Kevin's like an 8-year-old, maybe 12, max. 12-year-olds could get expelled, I guess, but they probably wouldn't be expelled right away. I mean, how does that work for you guys in school? Because when I was in school, nobody really got expelled. I don't think anybody did when I was in school, but I left my high school in the 9th grade. Long story, lots of personal stuff. But I do recall afterwards, after I left, I don't know how much true this was, because, you know, my friends, you know, we're also kids. They probably like to lie, but my friend Cody at the time told me that a new kid came to school and he was like really nasty and he bullied all my nerd friends, and you know, I wasn't there anymore, so I couldn't try to do anything, because like in school I wasn't even in the nerd group. It was really strange. You know, there were like cliques. There were the kids that, you know, everybody liked, and there were the football players and stuff like that, and there was the nerd group. You know, me and my friends would hang out there, but I wasn't really a nerd. I just hung out with them because I had more in common with any of them than anything else. I didn't fit into anything. I was the literal outcast that didn't fit into any group, which is arguably worse than being in the nerd group, but I still hung out with them. And this girl has Metatite. Who we putting up? Trap. Why not? I know the level limit's 26, so Trap's gonna need to be retired here for a little bit, because she gains lots of experience because she's traded. You know, she's from that guy, Morton. His name was Horton. Yeah, Horton, because I gave Norton. Nori. I gave Norton Nori. Right. It's been a while. She's got him a chop too, apparently. What are you gonna fight with, Trap? You gonna fight with fire? You're gonna spit fire, because you're a rap god? Yeah, we rolled a 3. Is that Dan? Good old Dan. Dan never ceases to amaze me. You know, he can just sit here. I put your rap in the PC. We lost our amazing wow. We're gonna fix that after this fight, I promise. But yeah, I didn't really fit in any groups, but basically, my friend Cody told me that this new kid came to school, and there were never really any bullies at my high school. You know, here, the girls were nasty to me, but there weren't really any bullies. But this kid came, and he's like, wanted to own the school or something, and was just being mean to everybody, and beat my nerd friends up real bad, and he ended up getting expelled because he like broke his nose or something. I don't know how true this was. I believe it. It sounds like a true story, but friend Cody lies a lot. You know, you never know. Kids are kids. You never know, right? Like, a 9th grader is prone to lie about that when I'm like, hey, how's everything going at school? And he's like, I gotta come up with something crazy, make you want to come back. Not that that would make me want to come back. It made me glad I'm gone, but you guys get the concept. Anyways, Rap God. Right. I almost forgot. What are we doing here? Yeah. Chatter. So, I mean, do I really do the same cry twice? I got one. Wow. That was absolutely horrible. I didn't hear a thing. I'm just gonna scream into the microphone extremely loud. No, I'm not. Wow! No, I'm not gonna accept that. I had the perfect wow, and for some reason I put trap in the PC when I went to get shield on. I don't understand it. Wow. Hey, you know what? It's too quiet. Forget it. I'm done. I don't care. I don't care no more. Let's put Dan up front. Dan's always been a really cool guy. For some reason, I think this guy has an electric type. Nah, we'd be alright. There's a hidden item over here, too. I know we get the dowsing machine in, like, a minute. But there's an item over here. Everybody's screaming. You already got it. I might probably have. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and fight. Ooh. I just feel like this guy's name is Jonah. I feel like if I'm right, I just remember it. And it doesn't count. So, no, it counts. It counts. I just felt like it was Jonah for some reason. It's not. It's Austin. It's not. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. All right. Wait. I didn't hear Weasel's cry at all. I have no idea what's going on. All right, Dan, who you fighting with? Nobody, probably, because you're Dan. You don't need help. You got a 5, though. Who's in slot 5? Goofy's still in slot 5. Hopefully this guy doesn't have no electric types. I feel like Bite will do just so much more than Dragon Rage at this point. Disappointed. At least we made Weasel flinch. Am I right? Can we everybody give a big whole hand for Dan? Drywall Master of the Universe. It's been a while, Dan. I salute. Help me. Hold me back! This is not good. This is not good. Don't welcome me back like this, Platinum. I was gonna go into another story. And unfortunately, I might be telling the story of how Dan died. Not Dan, how Goofy died. That would not be Goofy. I don't know what to do. You see, I'm in a bit of a pinch. Bit of a pickle. A bit of a catastrophe, if you will. Dan could outspeed and hit with Dragon Rage, and we might just be able to end this. However, I want Dan for Fantina, and in this situation, Goofy is the more likely to go ahead and die. Like, Dan dies in one hit to a Spark. Goofy doesn't necessarily. Austin, don't do this to me. Don't be stone cold now. It's just not nice. There's no need. I have to attack. There's not much I can do. We do outspeed the Luxio, which is good. So as long as Spark doesn't crit or deal over half or paralyze us, we'll be okay. It didn't even use Spark. Although, if it were speed tied and Spark hits now because we're -1 defense, yeah, we're good. I was scared. I had reason to be. We were stuck with 2 water types against the Luxio. That thing has Spark. It probably might. Yeah, it probably does. You guys get it. Goofy can stay. Why not? Goofy has water moves. Goofy can go ahead and drown this Gligar, because for some reason it's a ground type, even though it's flying. That's one thing I'll never understand about Gligar and Gliscor. Is, excuse me, you knocked off my Quick Claw. That's not nice. That's not nice. Wait, can't they hold Quick Claws? No, that's Sneasel. Yeah. Not Gligar. But I'll never understand that. It's like, I guess ground and flying is like a neat type to have, looking at you, Landorus, but it doesn't make sense. Think about it. How can a ground fly? I never thought about this until now, actually, but now it's like, kind of like, the gears are turning in my head. How does Klinklang levitate? It doesn't. But it does in its sprite. So a better question is, why is it not levitating? You see, these are the questions we need to ask ourselves on a daily basis. Klinklang steel flying, that would have been awful. I mean, yeah, it would be stupid. Yeah, steel. I mean, Klinklang's so boring. I always liked it because it's, you know, unique, but it's just a steel type. I always find myself not using it over something else just because it's kind of basic. I'm going to go ahead and do Dimmadome on this one. I know this trainer up here has a Chimchar, but I'm afraid one of them has a Luxio as well. So I guess we'll do this Dimmadome. Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. You know, his name's Doug. Oh, is this guy's name Martin? I don't know where that came from. I just wanted to pull a name out of my hat real quick. Anthony is something I probably could have guessed. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. You know, today's not our day. I know this is a Chimchar, by the way, and it's a fire type. Ooh, so scared. I rolled a 6. Who's in slot 6? Entertain me. Oswald. No. No need for that. We're just going to Rock Throw. I don't care how much Ember you have. I'm a Steelix. Excuse me, that did a lot more damage than I thought. Ho ho! No. If a Chimchar bests me, I'm going to be disappointed. Yeah, burn, we're not going to do anything. So, we got to switch. I literally thought that would do like 5 damage. It's a Chimchar. Come on. Oswald's weak. But, I mean, we can fake it out. We'll be alright. I don't care. Everything's fine. I don't have to heal every battle. I believe in my team. Look, this loser just used Taunt. Not today, buddy. I don't have any moves that don't do anything. Oh, I guess I do. I have Foresight. I mean, not really something that I'm going to be fixing to use now. Goodbye, Chimchar. You served a great purpose. Goodbye. It's been fun. Anyways, story time. So, you guys have parents, most of you, I would assume. Your parents are probably, you know, getting up to the elderly stage, you know, if you're above the age of 15. You know, not elderly, but like old. You know, like 55, 60, some of you, maybe. But the point I'm getting at here is they didn't grow up with technology like we did. And it leaves for some sad times. I wanted to tell this story a couple of videos ago, but my dad is one of those people that can't be taught anything because he's always right. You're not wrong. Like, you're always wrong when you're talking to him. He don't know nothing about computers, and I always did because I grew up with him. And he'd always be like, oh, help me learn how to use my computer here, blah, blah, blah. And I'd sit down with him, and I'd be like, all right, so start off by doing this. And he'd be like, no, that's not how you do it. Oh, who's the one teaching you here? And, you know, this is a quote that his mother told my mom when my mom first met him, is, it's Randy's world and we're all living in it. That's what my grandma said about her son. So if that doesn't say a lot about the situation, you don't know much about him. I don't, personally. He's a really interesting character. The point I'm getting at is, he's a Facebook dad. You know the term Facebook mom? He's that, except male. So, Lauren has a Patrisu, that's fine. I don't care about that. What are we fighting now? Just get it out of the way here. A 1, so I get to pick. Who are we fighting? Dimmadome. No, yeah, Dimmadome's fine. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, the moral of the story is here, he's that guy. He shares all the posts. He likes everything. He tags everybody. He does this thing where there's like a blank background and then you can type on it. He'll use that to talk like on Facebook. He'll just like make 100 posts like that saying what's up everybody, and it's really cringy to watch. It's bad. This is where it got me. This is like the straw that broke Mark Zuckerberg's back, basically. So he messaged me and sent me this chain letter. He does this all the time. I ignore him. I say I don't do these. I'm smart enough to realize that they're a big waste of time. When I was a little kid, I was terrified of them. You must send this to 10 people or you will die. And I'd like cry. Like I'd be like, Mom, I'm gonna die. Kids are stupid. Sorry if you're a kid, but it's like, it's true. I was a dumb kid. It's like I can say kids are stupid because I was a dumb kid. It's like I can say, hey, this dude's fat. I can say that because I'm fat. You can't, it's like the fat code, if you will. I'm a fat guy, basically. So I'm allowed to make fun of Hiker Anthony because he's a little bit, circular. Look at him. This is David. Did we get one right? Is today the day? Hiker David. I just got a feeling that tonight's gonna be not a good night. Probably. I just got through Mount Coronet, but I still got energy to burn. Honey, you got lots to burn. Oh, honey's a whole nother story. Don't get me started. I wasn't done. That's Justin. Okay. Anyways. My dad sent me this chain letter, and it was so hilarious. The things kids are doing to scam Facebook moms. I got a 3. It's so funny, all right? So the video says, Facebook is being deleted, but if you share this with all your friends, we can save Facebook, right? Okay, instantaneously I know this is a scam. Facebook's not gonna be deleted. They make too much money. Why would they do that? Right? So I'm like, all right, what's up? And there's a video attached to it, and it's Mark Zuckerberg. So I'm like, all right, let's click on the video, see what kind of scam these people have concocted now. It's Mark Zuckerberg talking about something, and they spliced it together where it looks like he's talking, and then like they'll use words he actually said in their actual conversation. And then when they start saying something that's fake, they'll cut away to like a slideshow of pictures and stuff that it looks legitimate if you have no idea what you're talking about. But obviously it's not. It's like somebody voiced over it and they're like, Facebook is shutting down. I'm coming to you now as the Zuck man himself. And I'm just sitting here dying thinking, my dad was worried about this. He was like, buddy, they're shutting down Facebook. How are we gonna talk? And I'm like, text me? Like, we have each other's phone number? I don't understand. Like, he thinks the Messenger app on Facebook is his text messaging. He thinks that's texting. And so this is another crazy story. He got mad at me one day. It doesn't matter what hand you choose. He'll give you both because he loves you. Ghost of Lucas, what's up? He gives me the Versus Seeker and the dowsing machine. Don't care. I got enough to talk about right now. Anyways, he go ahead and there was somebody that, like, my new phone number must have been connected to some random guy's Facebook account. So when he was texting me, it showed up on the Messenger app as he was texting like a Duke Lawrence or something. I don't know what the guy's name was. And he's like yelling at me like, why'd you change your name in my phone? You're messing with me. Stop. Because he doesn't understand technology. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is my number. But no, that's what I should have done. It was too easy to mess with this guy. I was like, hey, man, it's Duke. What's up? He's like, I don't know where I know you from. And I'm like, remember that night at the bar? We were like, I had this going for hours. And I was like, yeah, you owe me money, man. And he was like, no, I don't. And I'm going to beat you. I was messing with him so hard. And he was like calling me saying, do you know this guy? He's messing with me. He says he's going to beat me up. And he's like, I don't want to call the cops on him. And it's like, oh. You know how it's like taking candy from a baby? It's like tricking an elderly that Facebook's shutting down. Think about it. You know, I can make fun of my dad because, trust me, he deserves it. Anyways, basically, there was another good story. Oh, well, it's nothing to do with him, honey. So we already got our encounter for Mount Coronet. So when I was a kid, you know, we got more embarrassing stories with Corm. So when I was like 8th grade, maybe 8th grade. I don't have any repels. That's just really disappointing. So, in the 8th grade, I had been watching this TV show, and there was this thing this guy said to a girl. She was full of herself, and he was like, "Oh, don't flatter yourself, honey." You know, which, saying that to a woman is completely understandable. You know, don't flatter yourself. So I picked this up, stored that little nugget of information right in my head here. I went to school, right? So, you know, one of my friends was messing with me, you know, just razzing each other. And, you know, school was about to let out, and I'm like, "Don't flatter yourself, honey." It's a good thing I didn't go to school in the 9th grade, because that was the end of the school year. The amount of ridiculing I received for that one is unbelievable. Because I didn't realize, even the teacher was laughing. Like, you don't say honey to a guy. It's like, I understand this. But you're not supposed to say honey to a guy. It's not very manly, right? Just not something you say. It's like calling a dude sweetheart or something. I just thought it was a cool saying that was in this TV show or whatever. Don't flatter yourself, honey. And everybody's like, "Oh, honey!" Like, my nickname was Honey for the remainder of the school year, which was thankfully only about a week. And I didn't go back for 9th grade, luckily. That had nothing to do with that, but if I did, I probably would have been known as Honey for the rest of my school days. That's about 3 grades. That's not good. That's a scary thought right there. But note to self, learn what a word means before using it. Which I haven't actually noticed any of this in the comments, but I'm waiting for the day somebody says, "It's not anticlimactic, it's climactic." I know. I just can't say it right. Like, I know I just did, but I struggle to say anticlimactic. It just doesn't sound right. Climactic? No, it's climatic. I know it's not climatic. I got a 2. It doesn't matter. Onyx is dead. Gone. 1 shot. Goodbye. Anyways, it's like, they bring me back to one of them stories I've told several times on the channel now. I had this one friend who, when they read, they would read things that weren't there. I've said this story several times, so I'll make it quick. Just for you guys that happen to be new. That sentence right there, "We were starved for food." He would read as, "We are starved for food." You know, basically reads the exact same. It's not a great example, but it basically reads the exact same. Right? Well, you would think. But he does this all the time. And I haven't seen him for years, so I don't really remember if he's... Oh, no, if he still does it or not. But, like, I'll read another sentence here. "This karate man is going to pulverize you." This karate man is going to pulverize you. It's the exact same thing. It reads the exact same way. But he add extra words for no reason. And it's like, reading class takes long enough, Kyle! It's not Kyle. That guy's name is Kyle. Yeah, 2. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to go ahead and fight Machop. It's Dan. Doesn't really matter. Like, at this point in the game, I don't really need partners very much unless things get a little testy. You know, testing the waters now. Dragon Rage still is going to take 2 shots. It's a Machop. I mean, they've got, yeah, it's level 23 is what I should have said. Not that Machop have a lot of HP, but level 23 Pokemon has more than 40 HP. Unless it's a Dugtrio, it might not then. It probably, Diglett doesn't. Diglett would die to a Dragon Rage in seconds. Dugtrio have like no HP. I consider that to be one of the most unusable Pokemon in a Nuzlocke variant of all time. You just can't use them. They die to almost anything. They're revenge killers. They're meant to come out, kill something, and die. You don't want that to happen in a challenge like this, so they're just not too usable. I've tried. It's not easy being this breezy. I don't know where I was going with that. I have no idea. You probably didn't even hear that. I mumbled. All right, we're gonna go ahead and fight this guy. I gotta guess his name. You know what? Dan. What? Oh, you're just a little kid. How are you supposed to beat a big man like me? Trip ya? Bigger they are, the harder they fall, right? Dan? Robert. Disappointment. 3. Doesn't matter once again. But yeah, I mean, it actually does. This might have an electric type attack now that I think about it. I doubt it. Not at this point. Not at this point. What did I roll? A 3? Who's in slot 3? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and stay in. Because danged if I do, danged if I don't. I'll just Dragon Rage it. Doesn't matter. But basically, bigger they are, the harder they fall. I mean, that's actually really creepy to say to a little girl, Robert. You might want to go ahead and... Oh, and he has block? All right, I'm not going to read into this trainer very much. Let's get rid of this nose pass and hopefully save a whole bunch of people. That wasn't a good joke. I shouldn't joke about that. It's not a joke, but you guys see the innuendo here. All right? Robert, Papa Bear. Meh. All right, yeah, that's a reference to Survivor. Anyways, never mind. All right, let's continue. I have Rock Smash. Yeah. Oswald has Rock Smash. Right, because he's a technician. We're very technical people. Yeah. Ethan. All right. Anyways, we get an encounter over here. We are on Route 208. So the only thing I can get here, actually, I can get a couple of things here that I don't... Well, I can get something here I don't want. I can get Ralts, which is incredible. And I can get Bidoof or B-Barrel. B-Barrel, I think. So, I don't want B-Barrel, obviously. Yeah, I'll put Dimmadome up front. Actually, I need to think about this, because the other Pokemon I can get with the PokéRadar... Oh, I don't have any Repels. That isn't good. Anyways, the other Pokemon I can get is with the PokéRadar, and that is a Smeargle. And I want to be able to give it something that would be a good move to have, like Sing. Wow. Yeah, Sing would be good. Can it get Chatter? I don't think so, actually. I think that's one of the only moves it can't sketch. Fake Out would also be good, but it wouldn't be able to sketch it because I'd have to miss. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and try and give it Sing. Yeah, that sounds fair. All right, let's go ahead and use PokéRadar here. And hopefully able to get a spot because I don't have any repels, meaning if I accidentally walk into the grass, I won't get anything. It just remained quiet. This is just unfortunate. Please don't catch me. Good. All right, so I'll be able to scoot over to Hearthome and get some repels before we get the encounter here. And having Trap God up front, perfect for this trainer because she has Roselia, I believe. Not sure who we're going to fight with here. We got a 5. Rose. No, it's Hannah. I had no idea. I just guessed something. They're not going to name an Aroma Lady Rosa. I'm telling you, though, at some point, I want a trainer named after me other than Corm. I want to see a trainer named Chroma, and I want it to be an Aroma Lady, because that's perfect. Aroma Lady Chroma. I'll say it until it happens. I'll be saying it until I die. Yeah, Roselia's dead. Perfect. I think she has no more Pokemon. She might have a Bidoof. Either way, Trap God got to level 25, and we're going to need to slow down here. Trap. Ooh, Taunt. Could that be useful? Not for Fantina. Anything I can get rid of, though, that I'm not interested in? Mirror Move's too good to get rid of right now. I could use that in a lot of situations. Taunt just not something that I can see myself actually using. If I had a strategy in mind for it, I'd teach it, but not right now. What did I roll? 5. I don't know if I said it, but it's like, oh, let's look down. Combi. Yeah, right? Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it with Oswald, just because it's a Combi. I know they have Gust, but I don't want Trap to get any more experience. I know I'm a little weak with Oswald here, but honestly, it's a Combi. Gust is not clearing me in one shot, and I should be able to take it out with a Tackle after this Fake Out anyways. Not Rock Smash, it's 4 times resisted. That would be kind of stupid. Tackle will take it out if we don't miss. Thank you. Awesome. That's it for Aroma Lady Hannah. I think her name was Hannah. Maybe. I don't know. I think the next guy's name is Pablo. That's probably the stupidest thing I've said in the past few episodes. Of course, it's not Pablo. Anyways, we got some... Oh, no, not this again. We are the backyard against... No, not that theme song. That is the worst TV show ever created. Stupid penguin, Pablo. I've had this conversation before. We the backyard against... You guys know if you're like 19? You might have seen it on TV. I mean, you could know it if you're like 12 too, I guess, if you watched it. I don't know why you'd watch it. Your parents didn't like you very much. Put that on for you. That sounds awful. Anyways, this girl's gonna give me the berry checker. Berry searcher. I'm not actually gonna use that. I'm probably gonna just wait till I get fly and just plant in the same spot over and over again. This girl's selling mulch? Nah, not about that. This guy's the berry master. He's gonna give me some berries. Give me a lumberry. Wait, we have a lumberry, don't we? Why do I think I have a lumberry for some stupid reason? Or what have I gotten that from? No, I had a Lapaberry. That's right, from Trap. It's perfect. All right, anyways, we got another trainer. That's the last one. He's a painter. He's got a Mime Jr. and a Bonsly, and I thought his name was Pablo for some reason. Why is this Pablo Escobar in my mind? Is that a thing? It might be. I think that's from that Netflix show. One of the YouTubers I watch talk about it. RuneScape YouTuber. Not going to go ahead and put you guys through that distress. We have painter, artist William. That's not anywhere near close to Pablo. I got a 1. Goofy. Sure. Why not? Goofy can take down a Bonsly. And I can take down a Mime Jr. with Dan. Perfect time. Everybody's happy. And we'll be able to catch our new Pokemon on Route 208 or whatever this route is. We'll be able to make it to Hearthome City. And maybe we'll get a Smeargle. Honestly, using Smeargle would be so fun. I could get some really good moves on it. I'm trying to think what I could do. Like, Sing would be interesting. I mean, I'm trying to think what kind of strategies I could use with it. You know what would be wild? Alright, hold up, guys. Wait, it doesn't have it. Never mind. That would have been so cool. I was just thinking, one of the rules is I have to fight Darkrai when we get to Canalave City. Well, after we beat Byron. And I was thinking, wait, we could sketch Dark Void. No, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. It doesn't have Dark Void. It learns that if I level up. That would have been insane. Can you guys picture a Dark Void Smeargle on a Nuzlocke challenge? That would be fun. That would be really cool. Now I'm just disappointed. This guy's not a trainer. He gives me an odd keystone. Can't use it. You know, it's to get Spiritomb. Unfortunately, Spiritomb's not allowed in this playthrough. I used one in the last Platinum playthrough. So if you want to see what using a Spiritomb is like, go watch that playthrough. It's actually really fun. You have no idea how awesome it is to use a Spiritomb. I wish I could use another one. It's probably one of the favorite Pokemon I've used on the entire channel, probably. I liked Crypt. Crypt was cool. Crypt, get it? Cause it's a crypt. It's a ghost and like a crypt. Get it? You might think, why would you name it Crypt? That's such a stupid name. It's so unoriginal. But it fit into the naming theme. And you're like, all right, now I'm listening. What naming theme did you use that allowed for the name Crypt? Roller coasters. There's a roller coaster named Crypt? There sure is. I don't know where it's at, I forget. But that's cool, isn't it? Tell me that's cool. That's cool, Corm. Thanks so much. I love it. Oh, we get Eevee. Right. I forgot about Eevee. I'll save that for the next episode. I don't know when I'll record the next episode. Hopefully soon. But drop your Eevee suggestions in the comments. Can't evolve it into Vaporeon. So, anything else? I probably won't evolve it into Umbreon because I've used one on the channel. And yeah, one of the other ones, Espeon, Jolteon, or Flareon, or Leafeon. Oh, or Glaceon. I don't know. Yeah, suggest your EV names down below. I might record it right away. Probably not. I'll wait. Let's see what you guys say. EV names. Anyways, what are we doing here? We're buying Pokeballs, right? Can I buy anything good over here? Quick Balls available yet? No. I'll buy a Nest Ball. I'll buy 2 Nest Balls. And we'll buy some Great Balls then. Because then I can... What are we buying Pokeballs for? We don't need... We came for repels. Are you paying attention to the video game you are playing? Apparently not. I tend to talk like nonsense and talk about the stories because I like to tell stories. But I don't pay attention to the game. I'm good at the... What's that called when you do 2 things at once? I'm good at... Don't nobody tell me. I'm gonna get it. Multitasking. I'm good at that for the most part. But as he says, as he stops while he tries to remember what that's called, yeah, I'm totally good at it. But sometimes I like to focus on the story. And I didn't really talk to Lucas or Cyrus this episode, but nobody cares. I played through this on the channel before. Let's walk into the center. Who's up front? Needs to be Trap God. We need Trap God up front. What are you holding, Trap? You're holding the Soothe Belt, right? For when I get Return. Ooh, that'd be good. Wait, I have Return. No, I taught it to Machop, right? Alright. Didn't get a spot. It has to be like Glistening, I've been told, for it to have a PokéRadar chance. And obviously we want a chance at Smeargle. That's kind of the entire point of going to buy Repels, is it not? It is. Nope. Disappointment. Alright, let's not run, because, like, I want a Ralts just as bad as a Smeargle, honestly. There's just one thing I don't want, and that's a Bidoof. You know why? Because it'll tell me that, hey, remember that Bidoof I failed at the beginning of the series? Shouldn't have failed it. You'd have a Ralts or a Smeargle right now. I don't want that kind of burden. Okay? I just don't want that. I would like, this is actually where I got a Bidoof for a B-Barrel in my original Platinum, because I missed one in the beginning. I didn't knock it out, I just completely missed it. This is gonna be annoying. I hate this part. This is the worst part. Like, why can't you just get a PokéRadar Pokemon in any spot? I don't think you can. You might be able to, but somebody told me not, and like, why risk it? There's no reason for that. No reason for that nonsense. There's a spot. My encounter! Oh, I gotta spray another one. You guys know my luck. Can you just imagine turning to the left and then getting a stupid Bidoof? Alright, Route 208. My encounter could potentially be Bidoof. Hey, it's a Smeargle! Sick! Alright, awesome! That's cool. So, it's actually fairly easy for me to get Sing on this thing, which I think would be, you know, a great starter move. Why not? Yeah, I could put stuff to sleep. Because if I miss, I get Sing. If I put it to sleep, it'll sketch it as soon as it wakes up. So it doesn't really matter. Let's just go for Sing. Wow. Go to sleep. Wow. Owen Wilson makes you fall asleep? I don't really want you, Smeargle. How could you fall asleep to Owen Wilson? He's the best actor in Hollywood. In the whole world. Come on! Not just Hollywood. The whole entire world. I kind of wanted to get Sing. I mean, I think not catching it is the least part of my worries right now. If I catch it, I'll take it. Because I don't want to wait. I hate catching Pokemon. It's the worst. And yeah, I don't think I have to worry about catching it right away. I don't have that kind of luck, do I? Yeah, you see, I could attack it again, but I think if I attacked it with Chatter, it can't sketch it. Let's just throw the Great Ball. I don't care. You know what? Get in the ball, Smeargle. I don't care if you get Sing. Personally, I'll get you something even better than Sing. I'll figure it out down the line, but just get in the ball. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, got a Smeargle, boys. We did it. Awesome. That's sick. That is our third PokéRadar Pokemon for the series, which is awesome. It's actually doing something. Who would have thought? Smeargle is the painter Pokemon. Oh boy, I have to name it Pablo, don't I? It marks its territory by using its tail like a paintbrush. There are more than 5,000 different marks. I have to, don't I? Did I soil myself? Why did I bring up Pablo? I just thought about it for no reason. It sounds like a painter name. But it's, yeah, that Pablo thing I said earlier is not a good thing. Oops. I'm not talking about the Backyardigans. Let's look up the Backyardigans. Why am I doing this to myself? This gave me nightmares as a child, by the way. Just so you know, I'm bringing up horror stories of my past. Just for you all out there. Who played Pablo? A guy named Sean Curley. No, we're not doing that. Oh yeah, there was a girl named Uniqua. Because she was unique, get it? Oh, somebody else played Pablo. His name was Jake Goldberg. Yeah, there was Tyrone, Tasha. Get me off of this. Like, I want to cry. This is how I hated that show so bad. We're not naming it Pablo. We're not. And that's not what I think of when I say Pablo. I think of the duck. The rubber duck from... Not the rubber duck, the floaty from Big Brother. I could name it Paul. No, we're not going to do that. What do I name a painting dog? You know what? I might name it after, like, one of my favorite movies of all time. Because something interesting that I thought of, well, that I found out when I was making a top 10, or I made a video about phobias in Pokemon. It was interesting. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. Nobody really watched it. It was cool. I liked it. I found something out about Smeargle. Is it's actually based on a beagle. I had no idea. That just sounds weird. It doesn't look like a beagle to me. I see it kinda. But I guess I'll name it after one of my favorite movie series of all time from when I was a kid. Still is to this day. I haven't seen them for a long time, but it's about a beagle. And I think that's much better than naming it Pablo. That just sounds like I'm doing it for the meme, and this sounds like I'm doing it out of the heart. So I'm gonna go ahead and name this Smeargle Shiloh. We have Shiloh the Smeargle. Awesome. We didn't get Sing on it. That's fine. Would have my next encounter still been a Smeargle? Probably, because it's the same spot, but it might be something else. I can still get Ralts on the next route, by the way. Nah, it's just another Smeargle. That's cool. Honestly, that's sick. Very interesting Pokemon. Has a lot of different options that can be used. Not very strong. But if I manage to use it and get a good moveset on it, I could see some really cool things being done down the line with Shiloh, our Smeargle. So before we end off the episode, let's go ahead and check him out and see what he's all about. He might have Technician. They get Technician, right? Yeah, Technician or Own Tempo, I think. Technician is the better one. Own Tempo... Oh, Technician could make it actually fairly usable. Own Tempo, not so much. But... I don't know. Can it get confused with Pedal Dance if it has Own Tempo? I think it can. That would be interesting, right? Alright, let's go ahead and check out Shiloh. What do we have here? Lax Nature, good Perseverance, Own Tempo. I mean, can you really get what you want all the time? No, you just can't. But I got a Smeargle. That's still really cool, honestly. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode, a like is appreciated. It helps out a great deal. And if you want to see more Pokemon Nuzlocke variants, like the FateLocke here, feel free to subscribe. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next episode when we explore all of Hearthome City. And I don't think we're going to take on Fantina next episode. I have a lot to prepare for mentally for that. And I mean, we might. It depends on how much we have to do. I'd like to do a contest and some stuff. I don't think we're going to take her on next episode. That sounds too scary for me. 5 scare, 3 me, right? Right? I mean, yeah, I'm not ready. I'm pretty worried. Also, just random, throw it out here. I appreciate all the tips you guys give me in the comments. I do appreciate it if you don't tell me anything about what's coming up. I like to be surprised from my memory. And I like to see what's going to happen based on my own actions. And I don't like to be told from outside sources and stuff. Just personal preference. I appreciate it, though. I do realize what you're trying to do. But I want to see how I can do on my own, if that makes sense. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.